Listen up, my purple-blooded warriors. What I'm about to tell you will send shockwaves through every corner of Vikings Nation, from Minneapolis to the frozen tundra beyond. We've got 3 earth-shattering developments that could completely reshape our championship dreams for 2025. And trust me when I say, you are not prepared for what's coming. First, our most explosive weapon is facing a battle that has the entire organization holding its breath. Then, we've got quarterback drama brewing that could force our hand into making the most controversial decision of the offseason. And finally, a defensive monster who just became available could be the missing piece to our Super Bowl puzzle. But there's a massive catch that has everyone divided. Vikings Nation, I need you to smash that like button right now if you're ready for this emotional roller coaster. Drop a comment telling me how you're feeling about these developments, and don't forget to subscribe, because what happens next will determine if we're championship bound or headed for disaster. The first bombshell involves our most precious asset. And when I tell you who's dealing with an injury scare that has Kevin O'Connell walking on eggshells, you're going to understand why every Vikings fan should be terrified and hopeful at the same time. Are you ready to find out which superstar has us all on edge? The superstar I'm talking about is none other than Justin Jefferson. And Vikings Nation, we need to talk about what just happened at training camp. Our 4-time Pro Bowl receiver, the man who makes defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, felt discomfort during Thursday's practice that sent immediate panic waves through the entire Vikings organization. The diagnosis? A mild left hamstring strain that's sidelining our offensive weapon during the crucial preseason period. Now, before you start panicking, Coach Kevin O'Connell is telling us there's no doubt Jefferson will be ready for Week 1 against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. The best thing is we avoided anything serious, O'Connell declared, trying to calm our collective nerves. I see no concerns in regards to the opener against Chicago. I have no worry at all that we'll be able to get Justin ready to go for the regular season. But Vikings Nation, we can't forget what happened in 2023. Jefferson suffered a right hamstring injury in Week 5 that cost us 7 games of our offensive superstar. 7 games where we watched our championship hopes slowly slip away. The memory of watching Jefferson on the sidelines while our offense struggled is still fresh in every Purple heart. This is exactly why the organization is being ultra cautious with our 26-year-old All-Pro receiver. Coming off a monster season with 103 receptions for 1,533 yards and 10 touchdowns, Jefferson is the cornerstone of everything we want to accomplish. He's had 400+ yard games against Chicago in just 8 appearances, terrorizing the Bears with 50 receptions for 685 yards and 3 touchdowns since we drafted him in 2020. With first-year starting quarterback JJ McCarthy needing his security blanket ready for the regular season, every Vikings fan should be holding their breath until Jefferson takes the field in Week 1. But that's just the beginning of our drama, because the quarterback situation has taken a turn that nobody saw coming. Vikings Nation, while we're sweating over Jefferson's hamstring, there's another storm brewing that could force our front office into making the most shocking move of the entire offseason. The harsh reality is hitting us like a freight train. Sam Howell is struggling, and I mean struggling during training camp practices. According to reports from The Athletic, Howell has been getting most of the backup quarterback repetitions against our starting defense, and the results are anything but reassuring. The best way to describe Howell's performance: a bit too slow. He's not pulling the trigger promptly, whether it's because he's not reading the defense correctly or waiting that crucial fraction of a second too long. Either way, Vikings Nation, this is not what we need to see from our potential backup to rookie McCarthy. If Howell can't slow the game down mentally to speed it up on the field, our organization might be forced into the most controversial reunion in recent Vikings history: bringing back Kirk Cousins. Here's where it gets absolutely insane. Cousins is currently the backup in Atlanta behind Michael Penix Jr., and the Falcons are reportedly looking to dump his 27-$5 million contract for the right price. ESPN's Dan Graziano revealed that Atlanta might be willing to make a deal where we pay around $10 to $12 million of Cousins' contract in exchange for some late-round draft picks. Think about this, Vikings Nation. Cousins loved playing in Minnesota. He knows Kevin O'Connell's system inside and out, and he took us to the playoffs. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler with the arm strength to make every throw in our offense. The familiarity factor is off the charts. But here's the terrifying part. If we bring Cousins back and the team starts 4-4 with McCarthy struggling, can you imagine the pressure from fans to make the quarterback switch? The locker room dynamics, the media circus, the divided fan base. It could tear our season apart. Brett Rypien isn't getting enough snaps to be considered a real option, which tells us everything we need to know about where the coaching staff's head is at. If they were serious about Rypien as a backup plan, he'd be getting more work with the starters. This Cousins reunion might be our best option, but it comes with massive risks that could either save our season or destroy it completely. And speaking of risks, wait until you hear about the defensive monster who just became available. Vikings Nation, hold on to your purple jerseys, because the final piece of this insane puzzle involves a defensive tackle who could be the key to our Super Bowl dreams. Or our biggest nightmare. Christian Wilkins, the former Raiders star who signed a massive 4-year, $110 million contract just last season, has been shockingly released by Las Vegas. This is the same dominant defensive tackle that we reportedly kicked the tires on during last year's free agency before losing him to the Raiders' massive offer. Here's why this is absolutely huge for us. Our defensive coordinator Brian Flores worked with Wilkins for 3 seasons in Miami and even drafted him as his first pick when he became head coach in 2019. The connection is real, the familiarity is there, and Wilkins could instantly upgrade our defensive line alongside Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave. But Vikings Nation, there's a massive catch that has everyone divided. Wilkins is dealing with a serious foot injury, a Jones fracture that limited him to just 5 games last season. The Raiders wanted him to undergo surgery. Wilkins refused after getting multiple medical opinions, and now there's a 25 million grievance battle over voided guarantees. The uncertainty is killing us. Nobody knows if Wilkins will even play in 2025. Some reports suggest the Raiders released him partly due to an incident where he playfully went to kiss a teammate on the head and a player took offense. The drama surrounding this guy is off the charts. But here's the thing that has me fired up. If we can sign Wilkins at the right price and he recovers from this injury, we're talking about adding a game-changing defensive tackle who could be the missing piece to our championship puzzle. The Flores connection makes us a natural landing spot, and talent stacking our depth chart like the Philadelphia Eagles could pay massive dividends. Vikings Nation, we're at a crossroads that will define our entire 2025 season. Jefferson's health, our quarterback uncertainty, and the Wilkins opportunity. These 3 storylines are colliding in a perfect storm that could either launch us to the Super Bowl or leave us wondering what could have been. Smash that like button if you're ready for this wild ride. Tell me in the comments, should we take the risk on Cousins and Wilkins or play it safe? Subscribe, because this season is going to be absolutely insane. The question that's keeping me up at night, Vikings Nation. Are we about to witness the most dramatic season in franchise history, or are we setting ourselves up for heartbreak once again?